The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. Hypno. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn, why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your phones? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought, or heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, man, you got to bring it in close. Bring it in close. It's got to be awkwardly close. It's got to be like damn near nose on nose. You got to bring it in so close because you got to hug each other. All right. Stop being so damn angry. Hug each other. All right. It's Friday. It's a great time. Hug each other out. Don't touch each other's asses or titties. And listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Talking. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else, that is literally impossible. Or is it? So like the stream. Figure it out. Figure it out. All right, man. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, boys? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This marathon stream. This marathon. this Bungie stream. Like, why would you go live right after a massive controversy? I'm talking like ultra viral controversy. Why would you go live talking about your game? Nobody wants to hear about you. Like, that's just so stupid. Do these people not have PR training? I mean, I don't understand. Anyway, what else? What else? My freaking screen is freaking out. What else are we checking today, boys? Let me fix this. What else are we checking today, man? What's going on? Tell me what's happening. Vice is full of hacks, check? Fair enough. That thumbnail on the stream is freaking hilarious. It is. It is. I think that's one of the best thumbnails ever. Ever. By far. What else? Face check? Check your face. There you go. Check your face. What else? Dragon check? Shout out to Dragon. Hypnotic's going to play Midnight Walk check. Is that the game that's winning the poll right now? Is that the game that's winning the poll for Hypnotic Live? I'm going to check really quick. Let's see. While you guys are checking your check boxes. 2 genders only check? Fair enough. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Art director is an idiot check. I'd say that's definitely accurate. What is it with art directors and being absolute idiots? What is with that? It happened with Avowed, and it's happening with this game. It's wild. Wow, the Midnight Walk is winning. Oh, my God. The Midnight Walk is winning the vote. That's insane. I didn't think that was going to happen. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. We're going to do the Bigot Army roll call. We're going to see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do because the game is dead, and people that swear that everybody's harassing them, and yet we're told by a massive corporation that they are indeed a harasser. It's actually kind of ironic. We got BioT-Wolf 19. We got DMAG. We got Def Cracker. We got Delta Sierra, Chaos Maker, Cyber Rider, K Gwinnett Queen, Ermac Rules, Felstaff, Colonel Ruv, Somnus, Pumpkinhead, Fluffy, Murder Machine. That name gets me every time. Gunnar Damas. What's up, man? Adam Rice. We got Jay Sims. We got Bud. Darth Gunnar. Colonel Ruv. Raziel. Def Cracker. Oliver Adam. Latino Heat. Yamato 85. Radio Chimp. Nick Havoc. Mystic Vegeta. Thwarted Geek. Papal Pickles. Stinrocks. The Gaming Wolf 87, Mr. Melancholy, The Voice in the Water, Commander Sonok again, Blue Octopussy, Wedge Seraph, Crimson Jet, Gigakuma, The True Aztec Warrior, Colonel Ruv, Valkyrie, Fox Hills. Right. Bro, what is this account? Oh my God, bro. Ryandla Kinnelberg, what is this account, bro? This thing needs to be burned off the internet. This thing needs to be burned off the internet. What account is this? Oh my God, dude. Doodoo Brownies. Anime Mania 500. We got Old Man Cad. Zelosi. Nightmare 13. Almost getting my... really? You're almost getting the entire N64 collection? That is unbelievable. Congrats, dude. Holy shit. Matthew, Jimmy Collins, Vincent Vega, Mr. Melancholy, Omnis Ra, Mongo the Hungry, Mr. Rouge says, evening, ladies and gents. What's up, Mr. Rouge? How you doing? I hope you are well, my good man. Serpentine Deity, Jeremiah Maxwell, Louis Messina, Benjamin says, my spine hurts, man. I'm sorry, dude. Alucard, Demon Carol. We got, who else? Faye. Who else? Who else is here? Dear Rice Raid Fanfics YouTube. Secret Final Boss. Jason Alator. Cavo. Mr. Disaster 2000. Melfi Sky. Sonia Lisette. Is Rumble messing up? Seriously? Let me check. Hold on. What the fuck is going on with Rumble? Let me know if it works now, Sonia. Give it a couple seconds and then refresh. I don't know what's going on there. Where are we at? Hold on. I lost my place. No. I already said this. Robin Oz. Flying Dutchman. What you talking about? Ryan. In one hand, coffee. In other, Sovlaki. What a name. Octoys. All right, guys, listen. I can only call out 4 more people, and that's it. 4 more people is all we're going to be able to call out before we do the pre-stream legend. So please, stop asking me to call out more than 4 people. I tell you every stream, I only count to 4, and you're like, oh, Hypnotic, it was 40, not 4. And I'm like, that's not true. Learn to count. All right? Learn to count. We got Zelosi. We got Felstaff over on Rumble telling me to check Rumble, which I already did because of Sonia yelling at me. Peaches and Cream over on Rumble. We got Ermac Rules. We got Piranha Pal. Blue-White Scorpio. We got The Flatlander. Frankie Pine says hello there. What's up, Frankie? We got Cormoran. We got, let's see, Nick Havoc. We got, bro, this fucking account is just, this account is hell on earth. Hypnos Cat. We got Vwiss. Wedge Seraph. Who else? Who else is here? Cell Gamer HD. Angmar. WK. What's up, bro? Serpentine Deity. All right. And then we got Breakaway Veins. We got Anime Mania 500. Eternal Brandon. We got Tipples. Daniel Ocean 11. Rage Tiger. Luck E. And Kitsu vs. Wolf Gamer over on Rumble. Mifune Takumi. And Dennis D saying the #1 word in the world, which is boobies. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who's going to get it? Come on. I want to see. I want to see who is going to get the massive money shot today. We got Colonel Ruff saying to go down. ×7. No Diddy. No Jaffe. No Lotion. No Mercanti. And a 50 caliber in the back ready to go. ×7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got Louis Messina saying no Diddy. Absolutely no Jaffe. No Mercanti. No Slanesh. Psych barrier. By the grace of Nurgle, go half of the money shot ×7 and send the other half to Yoda 13 via time and space. That's way too complicated, so we're just going to go down by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Melfi says no Diddy. Deflector shields on Kaioken ×20 booty hole. Protected to go down ×6, ignoring all defenses. But keep in mind, all defenses, that's not actually all defenses. There are some that are more powerful than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To go down, Lionheart says by 5, no Diddy oil. No objection. No retrail. Bailiff, take this prisoner away right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. Vegeta for the Saiyan Shield ×13. Ultimate Final Flash finisher to Mifune Takumi. Uh-oh. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Mifune Mifune didn't even bother trying to defend themselves, man. Mifune didn't even bother trying to defend themselves. They just flat out fucking like wide open, disappointed that they didn't get the money shot earlier. Mifune's like, I thought I was going to get the money shot. Wow. Well, congratulations to Mifune Takumi. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
It's too easy, man. Too easy. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. All right, guys, listen. We got a lot to talk about today, as we do every day. But one of the main topics we're going to be talking about today is honestly fucking hilarious. I've been waiting to talk to you guys about this ever since I watched it. I was watching Asmongold react to it because I was doing some work, and I'm looking, and I'm like, the fuck is Asmongold looking at? And then I realized, is he watching a marathon stream? And then I realized what was happening. Like Marathon actually, like Bungie actually thought that they were going to be able to go live and talk about their shitty game that's coming up. Not even like a day after massive controversy smacked the shit out of it. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? How stupid are you? So we're going to go over it because I have the video, number one. And number two, the face that's heard all around the world is what we're going to go over today, guys. The face, I mean, just, guys, just look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on one second. Guys.
Holy shit.
Guys, I mean, seriously. Seriously. This is the This is the face. This is the face of someone who is just like, why do I have to do this? This is the face of someone who is sick of the internet. They're sick. They are sick of the internet, bro. This is the face that you make. Holy shit. Shout out to New Blackstreet for rating our stream. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll give you some representation.
I hate every last one of you niggas for making me do this. Because I don't deserve this. I bring out good content. God.
Myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Thank you again, New Blackstreet. Going to a fat con near you. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the marathon stream. We're going to react to it because it got so bad in their chat that they actually were seemingly creating fake questions for the developers to answer, because every question in the chat had to do with the art being stolen. And what they were doing was responding to questions in the chat, which was a really bad idea, which is where that face came from. So we're going to react to that. That's going to take up the majority of the stream, but we do have some other side topics. We got some Activision news. They are shutting down Warzone Mobile. We're going to talk about that. We also got the AI Darth Vader nonsense that's happening. Apparently, AI Darth Vader in Fortnite is being used to hurl slurs at everybody, which I find to be hilarious, by the way. So we're going to talk about that. And Nintendo apparently issued an apology for misleading people with the VRR stuff. So we got to talk about that as well. But that's basically it. Those are going to be the topics for the night, but most of it is going to be the hilarious marathon stream. So if you guys are ready for that, let's have some fun. But before we do, we need to do the #1 segment on YouTube. We need to do the #1 segment on Rumble. we need to do the #1 segment on Twitter, on the planet Earth, in the universe, in the multiverse, in every interdimension there possibly is. This segment has caused the meltdown of multiple urinalists that are out there that seemingly still can't get over it. This segment is known all around the world, which, by the way, according to some information that I am privy of, this segment is going to make it into future YouTube videos by those same urinalists because they always love to talk about money. And this is why we celebrate them every day. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. It is time for the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to start with Rumble to kind of, toss it up today, but unfortunately, nothing's on Rumble. Oh my God, nothing's on Rumble. So yeah, we're just gonna go on YouTube. Somnus, what's up, man? Somnus became a member all on his own. Shout out to Somnus. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Then we got Kasami 47 Crip with a 2. Yo, be realist, homie, in the YouTube game. That definitely felt very new Blackstreet. Shout out to you, Kasami 47 Crip. Thank you so much, man, for the 2-banger. And then we got King of the Monsters 1954 for 199's his Hypno with Jiggle Physics versus McDuggins. No, absolutely not. We are not doing Jiggle Physics. All right. Listen, there are plenty of creators out there that have avatars that have all the Jiggle Physics you could possibly want. You don't need them here. But what we are looking into changing up some of the color schemes so I can stream with different hoodies and whatnot, like I used to. Like a white one with black spirals, maybe a red one with black spirals. We're experimenting. We're gonna see. Then we got Flip Shazam. Flip Shazam becomes a member all on his own. Shout out to Flip Shazam. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And then we got Benjamin for 5 months of legendary status. He says, Ayo, who squished my we supposed to be hugging and not pugging. Also, did you like my glutes? It's very aggressive. I gotta be real. But you know what? That's fine. We got Hypnotic's semi-autistic grandson with a 5. It says, I got a job doing voiceover work for Coco Melon. Meanwhile, my mom goons to your streams when I'm at work. Fucking Coco Melon, seriously? Oh my God. Flip Shazam with a 5 says, there, I gave you monies. I'm going back to playing Grounded, watching sports, reading The Witcher, and making sure my work goes smooth. That sounds like a great life, man. Seriously, I'm not even joking. That sounds like a lot of fun. So you keep doing you, my man. Thank you so much for the 5 and the membership. I appreciate you. We got Adam Juman with a 15-month legendary status. It says, Rumble sucks tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. Also, I think there's some missing. There might be some super chats missing. Hold on. Let me go to my fan funding tab over on YouTube. There was one missing. It was BioT Wolf's. BioT Wolf. I'm trying to read it, but the AI something. There we go. BioT Wolf for a 5 says, what's the full name of somebody who loves Japanese animation Animaniac, but unfortunately, life is neither an anime nor a fairy tale. Ha! 2 in 1. Oh, now he's getting clever, huh? Now he's getting clever, huh? Now you're sneaking in more every night. I see. Okay. All right. Angmar WK. For 7 months of legendary status says check your Steam. I will, sir. I was going to do that after the super chats. I got you, brother. We got Bill Jones with a 5. They used the Hadron Collider to turn lead into gold. Alchemy is real. Man, last time I read about alchemy, somebody lost an arm and a leg. We got Raziel for 17 months of legendary status. To all the beautiful bigots, cheers. Hypno, my man, keep on rocking on, bro. Thank you, sir. 17 months of legendary status. That is insane. I appreciate that. Damn, we got membership train going on right now in the chat. Shout out to you. We got Dragon with a 5. Bruh, I have to pour one from my homie in Doom the Dark Ages. Ah, man. No spoilers, but it was very sad. Very sad. Bad News Badger with a DKK 50. I only donate to real gamers. So naturally, my big money is reserved for Smash JT. Why am I not surprised? Louis Messina with a 2. Nothing important, just saying happy gooning. Always happy gooning. Desert Punk with a 199. Remember, this is just a prologue. Sony is fucked. I would probably argue you're probably right. Like I said, we're gonna get into it. It's pretty wild. David Elias with a 2. Screenshot this Eurolist. No money for you. I'm sure they probably will not screenshot that. Bungie hole. Bungie. Sorry, I was laughing at the fucking name and then the profile picture. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Bungie hole rep for a 5. Hey, Hypno, I love your graphics. Mind if I borrow them? I have this cool new game, see? Oh, shit. That's great, man. Shout out to you. I can't believe we have a Bungie account now. How do these accounts pop up so fast? I don't know. Anime Mania 500 with 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Anime Mania 500. And then we have Adair Soto following the membership train with 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Adair Soto. You absolute legend. I appreciate you. And then we got Ron DFK with a 499. What did the judge say when a skunk entered the courtroom? Odor in the court. Wow. Ron. God damn, Ron. Dylan DeCaesar with a 499. A rare night off. Just wanted to make sure to tell you all these uteralists, put the fries in the bag, you 304s. Shout out to you, Dylan. Enjoy your night off, bro. Enjoy your night off. Glad you're hanging out with us, but definitely enjoy your night off. And I agree. They tell us to put the fries in the bag, but the simple fact is they're really the ones that need to put the fries in the bag. We got Dead Star with a 2. Who's getting wrecked besides Hypnotic? Dead Star thinks I suck at video games. It breaks my heart. All right, we're going to check Rumble to see if anything came over there. Otherwise, we are all caught up and ready to go, boys. We got Adam Jubin for $1 on Rumble. When you steal art, you are going to pay the price. There is no way the game is successful with everything else. To be honest with you, I really thought the game was going to do average. And part of me still believes the game is going to do average, at least in the beginning anyway. But this is some pretty bad controversy, right? This is something that'll piss off a lot of people. We're going to get into it, but this thing went viral. We're talking about almost 8 million views on that artist's tweet. Oh, and to make it worse, once people found out it was a woman, you had all the white knights coming out in extra force. It was bad enough that people were defending this artist, but then when they found out it was a woman, they were like, how could you do this to a woman? Right? People probably would not have cared as much if it was a dude, but they found out it was a woman. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. That's when everything came out. Everything can. They're like, oh, how could you do that to a woman, a struggling woman? It's crazy. But you know what? That's fine. Abhorrent Soul over on Rumble gives 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Abhorrent Soul, keeping the membership train going and starting it over on Rumble. I appreciate that, man. All right, last but not least, we got Old Man Cad, 3 months of legendary status. Mercanti owned by her own vid, priceless. Anyway, what do you call an iPhone that sleeps too much? Dead Siri is. Also, Hypnotic, let it go, can't hold it back anymore. This fucking guy, man. This guy said Dead Siri is. You know what? You get a second drum. You get a second drum for that one, sir. That was insane. All right, guys, we are fully caught up. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for the insane free stream legend support. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over the 2 fast topics, and then we are going to get into the reaction to that Twitch stream featuring Marathon and this glorious screenshot. Basically, where this glorious screenshot came from. I know you guys... I can't get over this, bro. I know you guys are looking forward to this. So let's go over the 2. Let's go over the 2 fast topics, and then we're going to get into that particular content. So, all right. First topic of the day. We got Activision doing what Activision loves to do, apparently, which is shutting down video games. So apparently, it's been announced that Activision has been shutting down or is going to shut down all support for Warzone Mobile. I don't know if anybody here plays Warzone Mobile, any mobile gamers in here. But they're going to be shutting down Warzone Mobile because it failed to meet expectations. Guys, I realized I just forgot to go over the Steam stuff, so I'll do it after this. I promise. I got you. Warzone Mobile failed to meet expectations, so Activision is cutting off all support for the game. Pre-launch, Warzone Mobile pulled in 45 million signups. After being pushed back, the Battle Royale was finally released in March of 24. And then the wait proved to be worth it. Within 4 days, the game generated $1.4 million in revenue. And that hype hasn't died down. As Statista reported that Warzone Mobile still generated $490,000 in February 25. Despite the apparent financial success, Activision ultimately pulled the plug because the game didn't meet its expectations. Which, you know what's interesting? I know, right? Mobile gamers. I know, Will. I know. I'm trying to be inclusive here. You know what's interesting to me? So this game was pulling in some decent money. I mean, listen, $490,000. That's not bad. But the simple fact is, it's nowhere near what they need because development costs is just too ridiculous, right? These companies are too damn bloated. They got too much damn payroll. Their costs are through the roof. So a game, that's pulling in $490,000 a month is considered a failure to them, and they rather shut it down altogether. They rather get rid of the $490,000 and shut it down altogether because the cost to maintain the game is higher than the $490,000 that they're pulling in every single month, right? So Activision admitted the following. While we're proud of the accomplishment in bringing Call of Duty Warzone to mobile in an authentic way, it unfortunately has not met our expectations with the mobile-first players like it has with PC and console audiences. Oh, wow. You mean to tell me a first-person shooter has not connected as well with the player base in the mobile sector like it did with the sector that's actually based, like will actually benefit from a first-person shooter, especially PC? Especially PC. So Activision confirmed, effective immediately, players will no longer be able to purchase Call of Duty points or Black Cell using real currency in Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Sunday, May 18, 2025 will be the last day the game can be downloaded from the Google Play and Apple's App Store, and social features across both mobile platforms will be retired. If you downloaded Warzone Mobile before Monday, May 19th, you will still have access to the game with continued cross-progression of shared inventories. The servers will still be active with matchmaking for online play, but there won't be any more gameplay updates or seasonal content. In addition, any unspent COD points can be redeemed and used towards in-game content on the official website. However, refunds for previously purchased in-game content or unused COD points are unavailable. Of course not. Why would they refund you? Of course not. They didn't provide a date for when the servers will be shut down officially. So basically, no more new signups, no more new downloads, no more new purchases. All social features are going to be taken offline, and you can only basically log into the game and play the game until they eventually shutter the whole thing and stop offering server access. So Old Man Cab was asking in the chat. He said expectations were 500K, shut it down. King George said, nah. Old Man Cat said, what the fuck? 500K and it didn't meet expectations? Fucking send me that and I'll shit a game for 20K and keep the rest. Yeah, man, you got to understand, when it comes to Activision and when it comes to especially now, Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft, because they're all together, right? It's through the roof, bro. When I tell you these people are bloated, when I tell you their payroll is bloated, when I tell you it is insane how much it costs for them to develop even something like a mobile game, Warzone, it is through the roof how much this shit costs. I would almost guarantee that there probably is a net loss of, I would say, every month, maybe 500K, give or take, because I'm sure they would be fine at about $1.5 to $2 million a month. But once they dipped into the hundreds of thousands, they weren't happy anymore. At that point, the costs are they're just too high. They're too high. So again, if anybody played this game, unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to be there anymore. If you want to download the game, you still can, I believe, for right now. But they're going to take away the option. So if you wanted to download it for whatever reason, you have until May 18th in order to download it. And then after that, you will no longer be able to download it anymore. So that's basically it. So that's it for that story. Let me catch up on Steam really quick. Hold on. We got some gifted games on Steam. Let me call out some people really fast. Give me 1 second. Uno momento. Please. Apparently, I got logged out of Steam. Well, that's gay. Why the hell did I get logged out of Steam? Why is it doing this? Let's see. I don't know why it's doing this. All right, so we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's do it this way. All right, this works. So we got some gifted games on Steam. Let's bring it up really quick. St. Hugo, I called him out during Griffcast, but I didn't accept it yet because I wanted to call him out on Hypnocast. Shout out to St. Hugo. He gifted Tomato Jones, which hilarious. It says, it's just a red tomato wearing a silly hat. He tries to look like a cool Tomb Raider, rolling and jumping across the maps. And he says, from the Steam salad bar, looks even kind of decent. Cheers. So shout out to St. Hugo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Gonna add that to the library. And then we got Angmar WK. He says, this is a Diablo-like game. Looks pretty cool. Joden Slayer Hordes of Hell. It's a gripping roguelike horde survivor game set in the dark realms of Norse mythology. Fight waves of enemies to earn divine blessings of ancient Viking deities. So shout out to Angmar WK. Diablo-like, I will never turn that down. I'm always for that. 100%. And then we got the legendary No Hearts Left. No Hearts Left gifted 2 games to the channel. He gifted 11/11 Memories Retold. It says November 1916, the 11th, a young photographer leaves Canada to join the Western Front in Europe. The same day, a German technician is told that his son is missing in action. Both want to preserve their humanity and come back alive with their loved ones. That sounds interesting. What kind of game is that? Is that like narrative driven or I got to look into that. No Hearts Left. Thank you for that. And then No Hearts Left gifted a game that I've been meaning to get for a long time. I just never got around to it. He gifted Dead Cells to the channel, which everybody knows it's a roguelite Metroidvania style game. So shout out to No Hearts Left. Thank you, man, for the gifts. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you. You guys are absolute fucking legends, man. Thank you. And obviously, I play my games, so I go through all of them as much as I can, and I'll write my reviews and put them up there for you guys. We got Will the Fans for a 50. Everything the Journal Trash say is projection. I agree. We got Old Man Cat for 3 months of legendary status. I already read this one. Sorry. Bad News Badger for a DKK 50. Rather than deport illegals, offer them their papers if they catch 5 child predators and call the program Alien versus Predator. Holy shit, that's awesome. The Flatlander for 11 months. I'm not on Steam, or else I would, but have you tried Darkest Dungeon? I know it's old, but I actually haven't. It has been tested. Jesus, it has been gifted to me. I never got around to play it yet because, again, I can only play so many games, but I definitely will at some point because a lot of people have asked me about that game, and I haven't played it. So, all right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Okay, let's get into the second fast topic, and then we are going to get into the good stuff, boys. So, I don't know much about this. I don't know what's going on with this, but apparently there's an AI Darth Vader that is in Fortnite. It's pretty wild. So apparently it's so wild that Epic Games is now rushing to try to patch the AI Darth Vader because it's using slurs in Fortnite. I don't know what level or extent that it's using slurs, but apparently it must be bad enough that Epic Games is going like crazy to try to patch this thing out. It says Epic Games made a risky decision and decided to introduce an AI Darth Vader character to Fortnite. And once players had managed to defeat the iconic Star Wars legend, Vader decides to join the squad and fight alongside those who best him. Using in-game voice chat, you can talk to AI Darth Vader. And some mischievous gamers have tried to use that for nefarious means, bro. Gamers will always figure out a way to make something ridiculous. Even if it's made in the most innocent of ways, gamers will figure out how to corrupt it. It's just what we do. On social media, clips have surfaced of AI Darth Vader saying some questionable things, with players finding exploits in his rule set and circumventing censorship applied by Epic. The gaming titan has been quick to hotfix these slips, but it's proving to be tricky. It took mere hours for players to jailbreak AI Darth Vader in Fortnite, pumping him full of tricks to make him say slurs and other ill-sounding phrases. In a clip shared on social media by Gaspers, AI Darth Vader is tricked into uttering a homophobic slur, which earned a cacophonic reaction from those in the party. Friend already got the Vader AI to say it. No way, bro. No way. I can't even play it. I can't play it because otherwise I'm going to link this so that you guys can go check it out, but I can't play it. I already know what it is. It's the Melanie Mac word, probably. It's the Melanie Mac word. Epic Games was hot on the heels of this incident, writing in the comments under the post. Darth Vader was replying to the player's prompt around carcinogens in this context, and we have hotfix, so he should not respond that way. And this isn't the first example of players breaking AI Darth Vader either, and you can bet every dollar that it won't be the last. The rules controlling Vader make him unable to outright curse, mention V-Bucks, repeat too many lines related to Disney or Star Wars media, and he's prohibited from discussing the harming of children. Those rules are obviously imperfect, and the workarounds are being discovered. So I'm going to link the video. Let me just hold on. Let me link the video right now. Give me 1 second, boys. Let me link it. Well, I'm actually going to be linking the Twitter post. Hold on. I'm linking the Twitter post right now, so you guys can go see that video when you get a free moment. Go check it out because it's hilarious, man. And this is why you should not be using AI. Like, how hard would it be? I guess I understand they wanted to make it interactive or whatever. I understand. I get it. And this is the future, right? The future is companies trying to use AI as a method to do voice acting, right? Because they already are doing this. And this is just another example of it. But this is what they want for the future. They want NPCs to be generated by AI so that they could be a little bit more interactive. But what's going to end up happening is there's going to be people that are going to find loopholes all the time. Because you got to imagine, you got millions of gamers playing this game. And they're all utilizing Darth Vader AI. Surely somebody is going to figure something out. It's only a matter of time. It rhymes with maggot. Yeah, I mean, I figured as much. Like, can I link it in Rumble? Absolutely. Here, I linked it in Rumble for you guys as well. Sorry, I thought it went. StreamYard is supposed to send it out to both chats, but I guess it didn't send it out to both chats. There you go. I'm sorry about that. All right, guys, that is basically it for the Darth Vader story. It's a wild one, but you know what? Epic Games kind of deserves it. It is what it is. Okay. Are we ready to do this? This is going to be a little bit long, so make sure you grab your popcorn. Grab your popcorn and be ready for this. So we are now going to talk about Marathon, and how the developers decided that it was in their best interest to go live and to talk about their game literally a day or two after one of the most viral controversies to hit gaming in the last couple of months, right? We're talking about 8 million views on a tweet. So this is the Twitch page. This is the Twitch page. And you could already tell. This is the beginning. This is 10 seconds in. This is 10 seconds into the stream. You got one guy looking like he took a bunch of drugs. And you got the other guy who's like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to do this. You can clearly see, like, he is not happy. And you know how things are going to end bad for them. You know how things are going to end bad for them. I'm going to show you. You already know things are going to end bad when one of the first comments that shows up within 3 seconds. I don't know if you guys can read it, so I'll read it for you. Within 3 seconds, the first comment says, I truly hope they talk about the anti-real thing on stream. Credit the artist and apologize live, not through a corporate statement. And then 3 seconds after that, what's the next comment? Chat is going to absolutely crush Bungie's balls today. 6 seconds, and you got 2 comments about the controversy. You guys are cooked, bro. So anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this stream, and there's a couple of things I want to hit on in this stream. Number one, these people are the ones that always attack YouTubers. They make fun of us. They say all kinds of things because, you know, they're the mainstream. They're the ones who have the access. They're the gatekeepers, right? All of these people that work at these studios, they always have people that are just always attacking YouTubers. And yet, these fucking losers couldn't even set up a stream properly. They couldn't even set up this stream properly. They had so many audio issues. They had so many issues. It was clearly unprofessionally done. But these are the people that make fun of us. They do it every day. Okay. So I'm going to show you about a minute or two of the beginning. And then we're going to fast forward into... Because I want to look at the chat. I want you guys to pay attention to the chat, even though I know it's going to be hard. I want you guys to pay attention to the chat to see exactly what we're talking about here. Here we go.
Camera is up.
I'll let you know too.
The audio? Yeah, audio.
It'd be awkward if you...
All right, so hold on. Pause. The chat is flying. The chat is flying right now. Look at this. Stolen art? Question mark?
We've got some spelling errors in there. Oh, yeah.
Look at the next one. The next one. Theft needs to go punished. Elephant in the room. Haha. Bro, oh my God.
Twitch is live. Twitch is live.
Hi, Twitch.
Stolen art, little pup. Emote only mode incoming. They were saying that they were going to turn off the chat. Bro, stop stealing art. No pressure, fellas. Uh-huh. I'm sure this chat's going to be civil, somebody says. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. And you know what's happening? So really quick, I'm going to let it play. I promise. I'm sorry. I just find this all to be hilarious. These two people, mainly the guy on the right, are going to be reading chat a lot throughout the stream. Mainly the guy on the right, which is why he ended up making that face towards the end, because after only 1 hour of dealing with this, he was already over it. He was sick of it. But let's continue anyway. These are the professionals, guys. These are the gatekeepers of the industry. These are the pros. Somebody says justice for anti-real. Explain the stolen art. Hire the art.
How's it going? I'm Joe.
Pay the
In case
artist.
You don't know me. I'm the game director here on Marathon. To my left here, or potentially on right on your screen, depending on if it's mirrored, is
their
Joe
audio is
Cross, everybody's
unsynced, bro.
favorite Joe, our director on Marathon, sitting at.
Oh, that's who this is? Oh, man. This is Joseph Cross. This is the art director. This is the guy who was following the artist for years. Oh, shit. And this is the game director. Okay, I get it. All right. I was wondering who this was. No wonder he's so fucking miserable. You got. He got. That's why. Oh, okay. Makes sense. That's the guy. That's the guy right here.
Sitting across from me, who's not on camera, is Andrew Witz, gameplay director. And we're going to spend some time talking about some stuff today. Our show is a little bit different today. We planned actually to show a lot more stuff, but
oh my God,
for a lot of reasons we're
bro.
about to get into, we decided not to show a bunch of this stuff. But we are going to be discussing a lot about what we learned.
Oh, wow. So they didn't want to show a bunch of stuff for reasons. I'm sure they have nothing to do with the fact that people were going to be screenshotting anything that you showed to see if it has any stolen artwork. I'm sure that's probably why they're not showing anything in this stream, even though they initially planned to, most likely.
Through alpha, some of the plans that we're going forward with. But before we get into that, Joe Cross has some sort of topic that he wants to
Huxley
talk to
says
you
this
all
is
about.
punishment. Look at him. Facts.
Thanks, Joe. And hey, everyone. I'm Joe Cross, franchise art director of Marathon. And wanted to take a minute to talk about some of the events from yesterday. It came to our attention, and sorry, I wrote this. I wanted to make sure I get this message right.
He didn't write shit. You know who wrote that? Legal wrote that. This is so awkward. Legal wrote that. What he's about to read, Bungie's legal team wrote that shit. I guarantee you. He's nervous as hell. Yeah, exactly. Freaking sweet. He is nervous. This man he's cooked.
It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of pre-production took a number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build. And there's absolutely
Interesting how his audio, now that he's talking, his audio when he's talking about this situation suddenly gets fucked up. He's literally reading the same statement that they put out online. So he's not even saying anything new. He's reading the same legal statement that they put out on Twitter. Look at the chat. The chat's like, pay the artist. L Bungie. Will the artist get a job at Bungie? Address the accusations. LOL, like y'all don't follow the artist. Laughing my ass off just reading a script. That's the whole game, buddy. You were the one following as well. You knew. Typical Bungie stealing. Emotes only incoming.
absolutely no excuse for this oversight. And we are working on and 100% committed to our review process to ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie. A few of the things that we've done over the last 24 hours and what we're doing to shore up the review process are as follows. We've reached out to Anti-Real, the artist in question, and followed up to ensure that we do right by this artist. We're auditing all of the previous work by the artist, the internal artist, including the environment decals already in the build, which is part of why we're delaying some of the content we're going to show today.
Oh, so they admitted. They're delaying what they were going to show today because what they were going to show today has the stolen art in it. Oh, man. And legal was like, no, you can't show that. You can't show that. The comments are like, delay incoming. Nice damage control. Please delay the game. You should be fired. What about the other 3 times? The poor $9 billion Bungie, boo-hoo, oh no. Does the thief runner let you steal stuff? Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
And we're committed to removing anything
They're
that
so
is
cooked, bro.
Questionably or inappropriately sourced. We're doing a very broad decal audit, and if we locate any other details or elements, we'll make sure that those are eliminated, recreated in-house for sure. Hundreds of artists have worked on this project for years.
So they're going to be eliminated, recreated in-house. Oh, so all you're going to do is instead of directly stealing, now you're just going to slightly alter them so you could just be inspired by it, essentially. It's a little too late for that, right? It's a little bit too late for that.
Years internally and externally, and we share many influences.
Exactly, recreated. You guys know what that means,
modernism,
recreated.
Swiss typography.
He looks
2000s,
miserable. Yeah.
Style vector art, cyberpunk, and of course the original Marathon trilogy. Our style is a result of all of those inspirations. And it's also worth noting that none of our external partners who've worked on branding or any part of the visual design of our game were involved with this situation. And lastly, personally,
they're trying to absolve anybody else. Look at this, our style. People are laughing because they're like, our style, LOL. Explain why you and several others were following this artist and why we should believe you weren't part of the theft of the art. Thieves. Oh my God, dude. Dang, chat. Decals, LOL. Address it. It's a she, and no, she did not invent that art style. It's been around for decades. Well, she sure as shit invented the stuff that they stole. So that's really all there is to say.
You know, I have a huge amount of respect and admiration for artists working independently, producing, making a living, doing commercial or fine art.
Oh, 100%. They spoke to him behind the scenes. They 1,000,000% spoke to him behind the scenes, and they're making him read this for a reason. They're like, you're the art director. This happened under your watch. You got caught. You read this shit. That's why he looks the way he looks, because he knew what he was going to have to do.
And we've worked with many of them. It's one of my favorite parts of the job is to make those connections and you know, create content and collaborate. And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design.
Do you hear? Wait. Do you hear the way that they're speaking? This is a legal letter, bro. They're like, we share mutual appreciation for the style of graphic design that is showcased in Marathon. They're basically trying to imply that they didn't steal artwork from her. They didn't steal artwork from her because there's more in there other than just decals and whatnot. But they're trying to make it seem like, oh, no, it's only a little bit of stuff. But we all share a mutual appreciation for that style, you know? This is a legal letter all day long, bro.
It's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our style in general. So thanks for listening. And
they folded it into their style. Oh, Raw Pie says only admits when caught. Basically, you don't respect her. All this talk of respect and integrity, he's like a worm. They got caught 2017. We're in 2025. For over 8 years, they have reached out. They didn't then. And when it got called out, it was a former employee. No, you built the aesthetic off her work and hope no one would notice. Bungie bad Bungie. Holy shit. These comments, this is only 5 minutes into the stream, and these comments are already going off like this.
For your patience.
So yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Joe, for coming in and chatting with us about that. Yeah, if you have any further questions about that, feel free to ask them as we go along. We're probably going to transition now and just talk a little bit about Alpha. And Alpha was a big milestone for us. There was a lot of stuff that went into it. It was always intended to be kind of like a smaller slice of the game, you know.
All right, I want to skip ahead
as we were going into it. Feel free to talk, by the way. It was always kind of meant to be a smaller slice of the game. It was always meant to be sort of like testing a little bit more.
So that's the intro, right? Now, there was a segment in the stream, I don't remember exactly when, but they were obviously taking questions from the chat, and it started to become a thing where the chat got filled with nothing with other than just stolen art, that they started just making up questions. And Asmon Gold had called it out on his stream. It was hilarious. And it gets to a point where you start getting these faces. Hold on. It really is great. There is just like nonstop stone cold facing, no matter what still you go to. Oh man, he looks mad. Let me try here. Hold on.
System, or at least have the option to change cores with some material expenses.
I think we're trying to make the lower level of build, like the baselining of build crafting, something that you can establish through your black market a little bit easier, like acquire and build in that way. But there's always going to be like a difference when it comes to high rarity things. High rarity things, like for example, there will be builds that involved having a really rare item that may not be something you can always have. But
somebody in the chat says, will you steal any of our gear at any point in the future, i.e. sunsetting our gear? Oh my God.
Like we want you to get more involved at the lower level of build crafting where you feel like you can actually kind of do that kind of thing. But yeah, Andrew, I know you
I think we agree with the statement that was in the question, which is like it feels hard to maintain like a build. And we need to we're looking through a bunch of ways, through black market or like through bartering or something like that to kind of like be able to get the right verbs. Maybe it's not the same thing that you
Somebody said your art design is very unique and interesting. Can you talk about the inspiration for the art style?
Holy shit.
Oh my God, bro. Question, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. This is insanity, bro. Oh my God.
Because we still want you to kind of go and loot things, but we want to have you have verbs that you're like, I like when
He's
I'm
getting
playing
madder and
glitch,
madder.
and,
Look
like,
at
this
this.
is like the overall verb set I would like for the glitch, and you having more
Stop reading the
opportunity to
chat,
be
bro.
able
He's
to
reading the chat.
go
Stop reading
back
the
to
chat.
go back to that well versus like, oh, though my access to the well is purely based off of the randomness of the container.
I think that's it. I think it's like, if you think of like if the like lower level version of it, the middle version of it, and the perfect version of it, right? We want you to have access to like the lower or middle version, depending on how you've like, done that. But the perfect version of it, I think some pieces.
Another person, bro. Hold on. They're basically copy and pasting this question. Your art design is very unique and interesting. Can you talk about the inspiration for the art style? That's a totally different person who said the same exact thing. Like they are, oh my God, bro. This person is cooking him. Cyber says, looking into this, looking into that. We are iterating on this. We are looking into that. Dude, releases in 4 months. Bro, this game is going to get delayed. This game has to get delayed. There's no way that this game is going to meet its release date. And if it does, it's going to be cooked. It is absolutely going to be cooked. I'm trying to look and see. Okay, there we go. All right. That's fine.
Things that if you lose them, you'll have to find them again, right? Yeah.
So Drifter wants to know, is there any discussion on reworking the resurrection of dead teammates system? Would like to see this addressed before launch, as rezzing dead bodies seems is bad for the tempo of the game.
We concur. Yep. I'll just jump in and say, yes, we concur.
Oh, this comment. No, don't do this to them. Somebody asked about stealing in-game items, and this fucking person responded, and he said, LOL, you would think that they would be good at stealing at this point, but I guess they're just totally creatively bankrupt. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, bro. Come on, don't do that to him. Holy shit.
Yes, we concur. Whereas about a bunch of work is going into it right now. We basically have our one axis of a solve we have for right now is increasing the resurrection time and also having it so that every time you go down, the timer does get increased.
He's getting madder and madder.
Down, like you kind of like your ability to come back into, back from the abyss is harder and harder.
This person is calling them out because again, at this point in time in the stream, just an FYI, at this point in time, he might be holding back tears. I don't know. At this point in time in the stream, what they're doing is they are not answering in chat questions. They say they are, but if you scroll through and take the time to look, it is proven that they weren't answering anybody. They're just making it up. They're making up answers. This person says your focus on this game should be player interaction, but you guys are ignoring the actual questions. I'm worried this game is not going to release on time. A delay looks inevitable. Oh yeah, they're going to delay the game 100%. This guy says plagiarism will make me God. This game is unfortunately going to do bad. You're killing this game. There is less views here than alpha players. Oof. I wonder how many people were actually watching this stream. I'm very curious. I was watching with Asmongold, so I really don't know. I really don't know.
We're also looking at. We also did a bunch of changes in the alpha around like the timer. We saved progress timer. So when alpha first came out, it saved your progress.
This person says, if you go free to play, I promise you'll get more players than Concord. Holy shit, man!
Entire time, so you could like get to halfway, take a fight, and then go back and kind of just pay for the half of the res timer. We did have a decay, a reaggressive decay on that, so it goes down. And we're looking at other things too. That if that's not enough,
honestly, at this point, I'm not sure. I gotta imagine it will because PlayStation is pretty stubborn. So I gotta imagine it will. I think Bungie will absolutely release this, but I think this controversy has definitely hurt it. Right, because it was already not going to do that great. It was going to do good enough, I think, with the built-in Bungie fan base. But I really do believe that this controversy, this is pretty bad. It went really viral. We're talking 8 million views on that tweet, to the point where they had to read a legal letter at the start of this stream. To the point where this man, look at this fucking man, bro. Look at this man. Look at this man, bro. Look at this. You think, I guarantee you that for the last 24 to 48 hours, this man has heard nonstop about this artist. At work, at home, he's heard it nonstop. Look at him. Look at him. That is pure depression. He doesn't want to be there. He wants this shit to be, he's broken. He's broken. He's done. He's felt it. It's crazy.
We definitely know that resing feels a bit too free. We're also taking a look at the messaging. I know that there's the that little the little stick figure above the bags and stuff.
He absolutely got yelled at by anybody who's above him, guaranteed.
Stuff that we adorably call the little gentleman above the bags.
It is crazy.
We're looking at
everybody laughed at that joke. Guess who didn't laugh? Him. He doesn't want to. He is mad, bro.
That actually being a tell, so you can't just like camp the bags the entire time. We liked the texture of being able to know whether or not like a crew was downed, and like
this person says, you did this to yourself, Bungie. This game will die. Your studio will cease to exist. Your reputation will be completely irredeemable. Remember this day, your community sees through everything. Damn. This person says, will you take away content that I buy? Oof. My God, they got so many. Do you guys lose your jobs if the game flops? Oh my God. What audience are you trying to tap into? Chat, did they talk about the stolen art? That's all people care about now.
Making combat decisions as a crew about that, so you can kind of like, coalesce from the information.
100%.
I think we're seeing that
he is the art director. It's all on him. 100%. That's why they made him read it.
Once you give too much information, obviously, like it just like you can have too much action in terms of what to do and where. Like
it's so true.
You can stay in the area knowing that there might be like a clutch play happening or something. So I would say we agree with the baseline is that resing is too free.
Yeah.
And we're not looking for just purely punishments where if you do get fully dead, like you feel like coming back and being alive is like not worth the time. That's definitely something we don't want to do. And so we're trying to make it so that there is a thing for continuously dying, and then resing does feel really clutch when you do it, but it's not a guaranteed thing.
I know we've talked about it, but I think the sort of place we're trying to land ultimately is that if a person gets downed, resing that.
Do you guys think that he lost his? I don't think he lost his job. I don't think he lost his job, but I do think that whoever is above him at the studio are probably looking to replace him. If I was him, I would be worried that my job, even though it's not lost right now, I would be worried that my job is probably going to be coming to an end at some point very soon. I would not be surprised if we hear a headline of him either leaving the company, because they don't want the headline of him being fired. At least I don't think so anyway. But I think he is definitely on thin ice. I don't think he says a word very much in this entire stream, aside from like a little comment here and there. He really just stays quiet the entire time.
Like not down, but like not completely eliminated, but like down, right? Like knocked down.
He's crying on the inside, definitely.
In combat is
definitely
hard,
crying.
but it's doable. And if they get eliminated, getting them out.
Tosi, so it's not that he was the one stealing the art necessarily. We don't know who stole it. I feel like it was a lot of people who stole it. I feel like they all are involved in this, not just him. He's obviously going to be the fall guy, but he is the one who has followed this artist on Twitter. And there are other people, by the way, at Bungie who follow the artist. So it's not just him, but he's the art director. So surely he must have known something, right? This is why people are going after him the most. And honestly, he does deserve it, because chances of him being involved are very, very high, in my opinion.
Like raising them in combat is really, really, really like very almost difficult to do, right? You really want to do it once you've cleared the area. Is that the intent?
Yeah, we want it to be that, like, doing it in a fight is not as you don't want to take that on as often as you did in the alpha. Like, I think that's something.
There was a moment that he got really pissed
in the middle of a fight, go in the back and like res.
I don't know if we
and then,
skipped
like,
it.
Now it's like the numbers game of it's like okay, it's 2v3. Okay, now it's 3v3. Okay, now it's 2v2. Now it's 1v2. Okay, now it's 3v2. And so, and whether backward death.
I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of questions in chat about like, where are the aliens? And there's another question. It's like, where is the 4? Are they coming? You want to speak to any of it?
There was a question where there was such awkward silence. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, we have plans for like a lot of alien stuff coming, and if we're ready to
part of the baseline
touch of it already that we have in testing, but I can't. But I don't know if we're ready to talk.
Yeah,
about
there
all
are
those
no
plans
questions
yet.
like
I mean,
that.
like those are.
They're just making it up.
Content, but it's not kind of we're ready to show yet.
Oh yeah, his face is getting redder and redder.
Yeah, part of like part of the baseline of Marathon right now is the table stakes of the universe, right?
Yeah.
And then we're trying to build, but not like build in like a
Oh, somebody is saying, look, stolen art in a poster behind them, because it has the same symbols that they're being accused of stealing. Holy shit, bro. Oh man.
way, but like build aggressively towards the alien friction that I think everyone's kind of like leaning at and kind of like, and heading towards, and like in their and
This person says, I hope you all enjoy being Sony employees real soon.
in their wants. But we're trying to get there in a way where we get the table stakes, and then we go from there. Even some of our weapons, I know that there was means that this is the basis that we can. Doesn't mean we're not.
We're at the start of a journey that we hope Marathon is taking towards.
You're on
telling
the start of a journey, all right.
A much bigger story, but you want to start at a place that makes sense.
Yeah, there was a really great conversation yesterday about something in this vein, and the excitement was very high in the room about it. So
yeah,
if you like aliens,
he
and
is so
mystery, I
over
think,
it.
we're actively having good conversations about that.
He is fucking over it, bro. Awkward silence. Awkward silence.
I feel like we say we talk a lot on here. We have conversations about.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Holy
shit. Wait. Go back. Hold on. Nobody say anything. Hold on. Watch this.
About it. So
yeah.
If you like aliens and mystery, I think we're actively having good conversations about that. I feel like we say we talk a lot on here. We have conversations about. There's things we're building. I guess
there are things we're building.
I could damn near play the entire Jeopardy song in between the time that there was that awkward silence, bro. What the fuck was that? Oh my god, bro. I didn't realize it was that long. Holy shit, man. Somebody stole his soul at this point. This man is checked out of the internet. He's checked out of the world. This guy's loving it because he's like, shit, it's not my fault, cuz. This guy's like, I fucking hate you. Hashtag Asian hate needs to be a thing again. This is amazing.
There's things we talk about with the goal of building, and then things we talk about knowing we will be building them even further in the future, and all those things are true. Yeah.
It's like, what do we do?
All right, that was
Again?
time for.
Again? Wait.
There's things we're building. I guess I want
Yeah,
to say.
there are things we're building. There's things we talk about with the goal of building, and then things we talk about knowing we will be building them even further in the future, and all those things are true. Yeah.
It's like, what do we do?
All right, got time for. I got time for one more question.
Oh, okay. So this is it. So this is where I was watching. This is where I was watching Asmongold's stream. I mean, I was watching it for a while, but this is where I really like paid attention hard at the screen. And at this point in time, what happens is after those like multiple awkward silences, they say they got time for one more question. So when you look through the chat, you start looking at all the questions and you realize that wasn't asked by anybody. The question I believe you're gonna hear them searching for a question. Let's see if this is the part that I remember. Hold on, let's see.
Are there any plans to expand the verticality of the early game maps by increasing their depth and complexity? For example, by adding more underground locations that could be unlocked through collective community progress or
verticality, right? Okay, so we paused it, right? Let's look to the chat. Did anybody ask a question about verticality? Let's see. Anybody ask a question about verticality? I'm looking. Are there any plans to change the duffel bags? Okay, that's not it. Are you going to remove the duffel bags and leave the runners? Okay, that's not it. Any question about verticality anywhere? How much will the game be? Nope. Any question? Please pick my question. Can we please get a way to put personal touch on our runners? Okay, that's not it. Is there any information you could provide on how we can experience lore within the game? Okay, that's not it. Will there be an in-game match shop system to buy contracts? Okay, that's not it. Let's see. I'm going up. Are you going to remove the duffel bags? Okay, that's not it. Any thought on removing the duffel bags? That's not it. Long-range projectiles? That's not it. How can we trust this game is being delivered to the fullest? That's not it. Are there any plans for Destiny Marathon crossover? That's not it. Will we see better tracking of materials? That's not it. Will we ever see larger size maps like Arc Raiders? That's not it. Bro, they made it up, bro. They made this shit up. There's no question anywhere about verticality. Doesn't matter how high you go up. I don't see any question about verticality anywhere. Can we get cinematic cutscene priorities? Nothing. What's planned for the Lucky Charms seen in the cinematic trailer? Nothing. Are you going to remove duffel bags again? Nothing. You're selling us a car and promising it'll have wheels eventually? What about instead of a longer time for fully down teammates? Nothing about that. Why should anybody buy this game at launch? Where's the question? Will there be any in-match? Look, this is, bro. They lied through their teeth, bro. They lied through their fucking teeth. They were not answering questions that were in the chat. At this point in time, they were literally just answering questions that were already predetermined for them before the stream even happened. There is no questions anywhere about vertical anything. And yet they said, yeah, so last question about the verticality. Like that's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Zero.
Completing some kind of raid-like mechanics?
We've talked about how we use we're probably going to be shifting around how we use some of the existing spaces, to be fair, like in terms of thinking about how we're going to add more complexity in ways that we approach those maps, right, Lars? Like in terms of thinking about it, but like
he says, bro, I'm not going to lie, I feel bad for this guy.
I know we've talked about how
we were going to show more. Yes, remember, they had fully planned to show gameplay, footage, screenshots. They didn't show anything. They show literally nothing because all of it has been tainted by the artwork that they stole. Legal probably told him, you can't show a fucking thing.
Live game, we want to continuously sort of like add to these maps and think about them in the future. But yeah, Lars, I know you guys have talked about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to think about it, where you were just talking about the alien stuff and how we started the baseline. I think the maps, we think about it in the same way. And obviously, there were some nooks and crannies in the maps that were in the alpha, and it obviously wasn't all of the content we plan to have when the game comes out. And so, but yeah, we see it as, again,
stop reading
creating
chat.
like this really satisfying baseline and then looking for room to grow and how we increase that.
Bro, this guy keeps reading chat. He's doing it to himself. He's doing it to himself, bro. Stop reading chat. You could see him reading chat. And this is why his face gets more and more red.
Complexity over time. And I would say some of the maps, the newer maps that we're working on right now, take that into account even more so than Perimeter and Marsh. Even though we had a lot of those conversations early on about Perimeter and Marsh as well, and then which saw things like the underground sort of gold locked room that was underneath AI Plank, or the sort of twisty and turny tunnels that are underneath bio research. And so yeah, again, I think it's like starting at the baseline and then figuring out the right things to add and thinking about that approach from first principles going forward too.
Oh my
All right,
God.
Joe, do you want to close
again?
this?
Are you
Yeah, again, I think
What
it's like
is with
starting
this
at the
awkward
baseline and then
fucking
figuring
silence?
out
Are you
the
guys
right
that
things to
incapable?
add and thinking about that approach from first principles going forward too.
All right, Joe, do you want to close us out with anything?
Yeah, once again, I want to appreciate everybody for like sort of
He's
not just
speaking
joining
real
us here,
fast
but
now.
also
He's
whoever
like, get us the
participated in the
fuck out of
alpha,
here. Get
whoever
us
was
out.
part of watching it, or just even part of the Discord.
Get
So
us
we really
out.
appreciate it. We're really like excited that a lot of people are interested in sort of seeing where we evolve this game and sort of how we're continuing to iterate on it and make it better. So thank you all for the feedback. Thank you all for the questions. Thank you all for the sort of
He can't even look at the
support
camera, bro.
and
You know how unprofessional it is to just be looking down like that the entire time as if you're looking at your phone? Like, bro, look at the fucking camera. You're talking to your audience. You're hosting a live stream. Look at the fucking camera. If you're on camera, look at the camera. I'm not saying have a death stare with it, but goddamn, man, the entire time you're looking away, like you can feel and see the shame that this man has for getting caught. You could feel and see it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. Engage with your audience. There are people that are in the chat that are trying to ask genuine questions. Now, granted, they're getting cooked most of the time, but there are people asking questions about Marathon. Those are your potential customers. You should be focusing on them because they're the few that you're going to have, right? You already probably lost a bunch of customers because of this controversy. Focus on the little bit that you have left, but you're too busy sulking in your chair and you're like, oh, legal, maybe read this. I just want this to be over. I don't want to be here, blah. People can pick up on that pretty damn easily.
For sharing your feedback and opinions with us. It's all super valuable, and we've been listening. We're like constantly talking about how to tackle it. We're doing a lot of things already to tackle it. We're sorry we couldn't show anything this week. Unexpected conditions came up, but next time we want to be showing you a little bit more about what we're working.
Look, somebody says it right here. Yeah, Joe looks so excited. My God, everybody could tell this man is just not wanting to be there.
And hopefully that'll be exciting to see. But yeah, thank you all very much. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Well, I'm sure you are. I'm sure he's not. Really quick, guys, for those of you who are watching this stream tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have a deep dive that's coming out about Bungie's entire history, the amount of times that they've stolen art before. And obviously, I'm going to include this controversy as well. It's about an 18-minute some odd video. So please make sure you guys check that out. Give it some love. Give it some support. Because the message has to get out there more and more. Obviously, it's out there like crazy. It's got an 8 million viewed tweet that people are roasting them in from that artist. But, Bungie, this is not the first time they've done it. They've done it many, many times before. Many times before. And I think more people need to know the history of it. So I have a video coming out tomorrow going over that. Make sure you guys watch it. Give it some love. Watch it for as long as you can. Like the video, comment, all that good stuff. It's going to be a wild one. I'm sure a lot of Bungie shills are going to be in the comments of that video like, you are an asshole. I'm like, all right, sure. I'm an asshole. Anyway, all right, guys, let's catch up on Super Chats. That was really awkward, man. That was awkward. I think while reading the Super Chats, I think we should just have this up. for the sake of the internet. I think that's going to be the I'm disappointed in you, son. I think we're going to have it up because a lot of super chats have to do with Bungie. So I figure let's just put it up there and then we'll read. We'll definitely read. That was painful. The awkward silences. It's almost as if these guys have no synergy. It's almost as if they don't even work together. How are you the game director and the art director, and you guys don't associate enough to the point where you can't avoid awkward silences on a live stream? We're talking about 10 to 15 second awkward silences on the live stream. It's because you know why? I'll tell you why. They're not trying to talk. What they're trying to do is get through it. They are reading and waiting for prompts from whoever was leading that live stream. They had certain questions that they knew they were going to be asked, and they were waiting for it to be asked. They didn't want to talk about anything outside of the script. The script had to be followed from beginning to end in order for them to make it through the live stream without risking the company in any legal way whatsoever. That's honestly what was happening there. So they weren't trying to talk organically, which is why everything was so awkward, which is why everything was so weird. It's because it's not an organic conversation. It's we know that these questions are here, we have to answer them, and we have to get out. So that's it. He was staring into the abyss for 50 minutes. Yeah, seriously. Bro, his eyes though, sheesh, man. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Let's see, where are we at? Let's go up. We got where we at? Did I read this one? All Bungo had to do was remake the OGs. No, I didn't read this one. They got a good casting for Durandal in Benstar, so there's that. It's a waste, but yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you don't want them to just remake old games because chances are they're gonna fuck them up anyway. You know what I mean? I'd rather them do something new. But quite frankly, what they made is just boring looking. I really don't know what to say other than that. David Elias with a 5. Bungie is officially bankrupt of morale, accountability, and original ideas. I 100% believe the real thief is still employed because it's being used. 100%. Like I don't buy that. Oh, again, it's a legal statement, right? So by them saying it was a former employee who no longer works there, it allows them to try to get out of, or at least make people feel like they don't have any legal precedence against Bungie. It is an initial statement that is meant to try to scare off any potential lawsuit. If they were to try to pursue a lawsuit and it ever got to discovery, I think it would be pretty easy to prove that the person was still there at the time that statement was made. And at the end of the day, it still doesn't absolve the company from stealing from someone anyway. VX Damage with a 999. Bungie was never better than when they used to play the public. And if you staked them, they'd send you a frozen steak. That was peak Bungie. Yeah, I mean, Bungie definitely has its history, which is why they have such a loyal fan base. But that fan base is shrinking every year. And I think they know that, especially now more than ever. David Elias with a 2. He wrote this. Why is he covering for other departments? I don't think he wrote it. I think he's saying he wrote it, but I don't think he wrote it. And if he did write it, he wrote it with legal counsel. David Elias with a 2. 2025 is Christmas every day. God bless the Bigot Army. Shout out to you, David Elias. I appreciate that, bro. We got Old Man Cab with a 5. Why don't woke people play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when you can't stop talking about your feelings. True. David Elias with a 2. Wokey outside of toxic positivity environment. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Desert Punk with a 199. This is just a lol stream at this point. Yeah, I mean, at this point, covering this nonsense definitely feels like that. So I'm not surprised. Dragon with a 5. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Kaz. I'm sure that's how they felt. Bungie Hole Rep with a 5. Since Concord isn't using them, should I borrow their assets as well? Asking for a friend. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Take Concord's assets. It worked really well for them. David Elias with a 2. I would have donated to the stream to see him cry. I don't think they had it enabled. I think the only thing, so I don't think it works like that on Twitch. I think all they had was like subscriptions, basically memberships. I don't think they had anything else. They definitely don't have any text-to-speech kind of stuff set up. Of course not. I mean, it's just a corporation utilizing Twitch to push their message. That's it. Some bad with a 5. Ironic Marathon was Bungie's first game, and it'll be their last, just like Disney with Snow White. Oh, man, you are onto something. You are onto something there. That's actually pretty fucking true. Yeah, let's see how this game performs, because again, I thought that this game would have a semi-decent monetizable fan base. Nothing too crazy, a couple of tens of thousands of players, maybe like 20,000, 30,000. I thought that's where this game would be at. But now with this controversy, I don't know. The Grateful Gamer with a 2, finish them. Dun dun dun. Fatality chat wins. Definitely. Angmar with a 199. Will Marathon break Concord's record? Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm telling you, Bungie has a built-in fan base. It's not that huge anymore, but they have a built-in fan base. And I think that people were willing to at least try Marathon. They're fans anyway. I'm not talking about regular people. Because nobody knew who Firewalk Studios was. Nobody gave a fuck about Firewalk Studios. Nobody cared about Concord. And then nobody knows you. And then the first iteration of a trailer you release is some absolute garbage where every character is just fucking butt ugly, uninspired, boring to look at. Nobody wanted to play that. Whereas with Bungie at least has some people that know Bungie games. Either it's from Halo, it's from fucking Destiny. It doesn't matter. Like, people know Bungie, so they at least have some sort of recognition. But unfortunately now with this controversy, that recognition is going to get tainted even more than it already was. Colonel Rub with a 5. AI Vader saying slurs reminds me of Microsoft AI that turned into a Nazi after spending a couple of days on the internet. They never learned, bro. That's insane. DJ with a 10. Lateral movement. Yeah, I think maybe he doesn't get fired. Maybe he ends up, being moved somewhere else. Who knows? Wildcard with a 2. The dude been yelled at and scorned for the last 48 hours. 100%. 100%. For a fact, this is the face of a man who has been absolutely wrecked by his superiors for 2 days straight. Gotten little to no sleep, trying to figure out all kinds of ways to make it right. It's bad. Bad News Badger with 100. There are a few key moments in every man's life where the road splits in two. The choice either breaks you or makes you stronger. This is one of those moments, Mr. Art Director. I agree. This is definitely one of those moments, man. It's clear that he's got to make things right. I don't know how he's going to do so. They say that they reached out to the artist. Chances are they're going to try to offer them very little money, probably $50,000. I got to imagine $50,000, $100,000 to go away. I don't think they're going to offer him millions, or her millions. I'm sorry. Joey with a 10. Shout out to Joey. What's up, man? How you doing? He is going to be the example that the company uses to scare the people who actually stole the art. You know what? Fair. And again, I don't want to totally absolve the idea that maybe he was the one that was behind it, because let's be real. He follows the artist. He has followed the artist for years. That's pretty bad, right? That's pretty bad. That's a bad look when you're the art director of a video game that's been accused of stealing art. Well, not accused anymore because you admitted to it. So it's not an accusation anymore. Dragon Master with a 10. I can feel his anger. Oh, yeah, he's fucking pissed. Just look at that picture. Silver Bullet like it with a 5. Did he also steal his feelings? Yikes. Bro, the man just wanted to get through the stream. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to get through the stream, and that's it, because he didn't want to be there. It was pretty obvious. Even the chat recognized that he didn't want to be there. So, the Flatlander with a 5, laughing my ass off. I'm picturing the Kool-Aid man bursting through the screen when it's awkwardly silent. Dragon Master with a 5, use your aggressive feelings, man. Let the hate flow through you. The Sith Lord, Dragon Master. Shout out to you, man. Chaos Dragon with 6 months of legendary status. That art director is about to go on a journey to the front of the unemployment line. Actually, it's more like the back of the unemployment line, because let's be real, a lot of people in the industry have gotten fired lately, and I'm sure that he's not going to be at the front of it. So we got Joey with a 5. The chat became Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat and stole his soul. That's crazy. David Elias with a 2. Okay, how the fuck am I going to say this word? I can't say it. Schadenfreude. I can't say that word. It's a great thing. My ribs hurt. I can't say that word. David Elias with a 2. I'm struggling for air. This is Christmas again. Angmar with a 499. That's like sitting in the corner with the cone of shame. Bro got more red than a tomato Jones. Facts. 100%, man. Tiger King with a 199. They look bad with those bad facial hairs. Listen, that's the facial hair of someone who hasn't slept properly. They haven't slept properly. They probably barely ate properly. They are just all fucked for the last 2 days. Randall Hess with the first ABF clip 5 membership banger. Let's go.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Randall Hess, man, with the 5 membership banger. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tiger King with 189. That's a bad mustache. He needs to shave. I think he has other things he's worried about right now. GDR for 4 months. I posted the foot pic on your... yeah, I know you did. I saw that picture. I'm like, God damn it, GDR. Seriously? Seriously? God. GDR with a 5. These companies never learn and continue to make stupid mistakes. They don't care about games anymore. I wish they all leave the industry. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to at this point. They either have to be forced out or it just has to be imploded from within. And I think at this point, they're probably going more towards the implosion from within because, quite frankly, they're all in the same mindset. So if they won't get rid of each other, then surely the company just has to go down under, unfortunately, which would be crazy because, again, Bungie has a legacy that they could have capitalized for a long time. But they've been fucking around and finding out a little bit too much. And at this point, it's only going to get worse for them. So Mr. Vegeta with a 5, front of the line because he's going to steal that place in line. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Wow. Then we got Demon Carol with a 5. Just blame it on Tibor. You know, that Mexican guy that doesn't speak English. Oh, wait, they're woke. Just blame it on the white guy type 2 over there. That's exactly what happened. They're like, you know what? Listen, we got to cover. We got to cover for Pablo. Pablo stole the artwork, okay? So we're just going to blame it on this guy, all right? He's white. It's fine. They'll believe us. We'll just blame it on this guy. It's okay. You know it. You know what happened. Let me check Rumble. And then we're going to get into the Waifu Battle, boys. It's been an awesome stream. Thank you guys so much for all your insane support tonight. I appreciate it. And keep in mind, like I said, please ensure you guys watch the marathon video tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The video is going to be awesome, man. I put a lot of effort into it, like I have for the last 9 videos. So it's been working. Thank you guys so much, and just keep engaging with it if you enjoy it. Adam Juman for $1 over on Rumble. Bungie died after Halo. The people left long ago that made Bungie. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that tends to happen at most studios. But the simple fact is that they could have lived off the legacy if they just would have did the right thing. Justin with a 5. I got into your stream a bit late. Did you mention that Jaffe was fired by Keemstar? No, because I give literally 2 fucks about Jaffe. Like 2 fucks. Jaffe is not in the gaming industry. He is not relevant in the gaming industry. He's not even in the entertainment industry at all. He's just a Twitter troll at this point. There's no reason for me to cover him anymore. So, but yes, he did get fired from Keemstar's show. But to be fair, Keemstar tends to fire people all the time and then bring them back. So really doesn't mean much. It really doesn't mean much in my opinion. Oh, snap. We got a $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Blackguard with a $20 banger says nobody wants to play as Derek Zoolander or Hansel in an extraction shooter. The pretentious art style from Marathon is retarded and everyone knows it. Of course, everyone knows it, but you're going to have people that are out there that are pretending like this is the most amazing thing they've ever seen, right? It's the latest and greatest thing. It's so amazing. You know, the shows are out there when they're in full force, when they're calling this the most amazing thing they've ever seen, when they just finished calling another game the most amazing thing they've ever seen. It's always like whatever the newest game to show for comes out, it's always, oh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It's kind of like when Marvel advertises their films. It's always like the #1 movie in America. And then the next one comes out, the #1 movie in America. And it's like 2 months apart. And then it's like the next one, the #1 movie in America. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, my guy. It's the same shit over and over. Some bad for a 5. Who needs hell when you could get roasted by the entire internet? A global shaming. Facts. All right, boys. We are almost at tier 1, I think. We're not quite there, I don't believe, but we should be able to catch up in the Waifu Battle, hopefully. I guess we'll find out. But again, shout out to all you guys for the insane support. This has been a hilarious stream. Thank you for anybody who's about to leave because of the Waifu Battle. Again, check out my video tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Go have fun with whatever you're going to do for the rest of the night. We're going to have fun and do a Waifu Battle because today is Battle of Champions. which means a former waifu champion comes back to try to take her belt. She's going to try to take her belt back from the one who currently has it right now. So let's get into it. Let's go. All right, boys. The Waifu Battle is here. Now, if you guys are unaware, it's been pretty wild on the Waifu Battle. We've had the belt exchanging a lot lately because it's just been chair shot after betrayal, after all kinds of things. But Silvaria is the current Waifu Battle champion. Now, before we bring out the former Waifu Battle champion challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement before we bring her out. Rule number 1, all super chats during the Waifu Battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first before anything else. If you don't put the name first, then the super chat will not count. It doesn't matter how big it is. If you super chat after and you put the name of the wife you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make them all count. Rule number 2, you can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Silvaria, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I will do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, man, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We clearly don't. I know we don't. And I'm not going to lie to myself and say that we do. So it's fine. All right, boys, listen. It's time to bring out a challenger that is pretty damn legendary. A lot of people like her. They goon for her. They probably slept with her, to be honest with you. This waifu had a pretty decent streak for 2 very big obvious reasons. And I figure, you know what? Let's bring her out and let's see what's going down to see if she could steal the belt from Silvaria. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Silvaria is going to be none other than the one and the only Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Silvaria, the current champion, or is it going to be Shadowheart with her 2 very big reasons for why you should vote for her? Let's find out. You thought it was Eve? No, it's not Eve. Eve is banned. She's banned. We got Megatron for a 5 over on Rumble. From one Latinx to another. Boom, headshot. Yanks 1, boom, headshot. The Latinx is strong. BioTwo says, Hypnotic, you scared me for a second. Why? Why did I scare you? Why did I scare you? Discount Eve, budget Eve. You guys are crazy. Blue Octopus says, mommy. Facts. All right, let's get into it. Everybody's talking shit. Why is Eve banned? She's banned because people kept requesting her to come back. And I'm telling you, like, people were demanding she come back. And I brought her back like 3 times after being demanded 3 times. And each time I brought Eve back, she lost tremendously. I'm talking like she only made like $15, $20 or something like that. It was bad. It was bad. So I'm like, bro, after the 3rd time, I'm like, listen, if you demand I bring Eve back and she gets felted again, I'm like, I'm banning her. And she got felted. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We got Louis Pacino with a 2 saying Shadowheart for my maiden fair. Fair enough. Demon Carol with a 5, Shadowheart, and just like that, I know what I'll be playing for the rest of the day. Probably. Blackguard with a $20 banger says Shadowheart, I can fix her. I really can't fix her. Shout out to Blackguard with that $20 banger. Every vote so far is for Shadowheart. Thanks for being honest. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks for the explanation. No problem. Yeah, I tried to bring back Eve many times when the chat demanded it, and she just got felted, bro. I'm like, bro, if it happens a third time, I'm banning her. And she got felted again. So I'm like, all right, that's just what it is. Crimson Jet says, damn, my poor Eve. I'm sorry, Crimson Jet. I don't think you were around for those streams. If you were, I'm sure she would not have been felted, but you know, this is where we're at, my brother. We got John Winslow with a 2, Shadowheart. My post, bring back Eve or 2B. No. Maybe 2B. 2B is not totally out the water, I think. Cyber Rider with a 499, Shadowheart for those 2 big reasons. Thank you, Cyber Rider. We got our first vote for Silvaria for a 2. Love the white-haired beauties. Fair. Darth Gooner for a 2, Shadowheart. Don't need no fixing. Fair enough. I mean, at this point, Crimson says, no, I was working at that time. Yeah, I figured. Well, at this point, it looks like Shadowheart is going for an easy sweep. Zeroist for a 2 says Shadowheart. Lune when I can find some decent pictures that are waifu battle appropriate for Lune, and then I'll put her in. All right, boys. Shadowheart is coming off screen. Looks like she's got an easy win right now because Silvaria is getting destroyed, but we're going to give her a chance. Here we go. Silvaria is on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Silvaria or is it going to be Shadowheart? Let's figure it out, boys. Louis Pacina with a 2, Shadowheart. Shard demands it for 2 reasons. True. Oh, shit. And just like that, we're even almost. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Crimson Jet with a $50 banger says, Silvaria, I'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3 later. Shout out to Crimson Jet with a massive $50 banger. We are now damn near even, and it's become a fight. Dragon with a 5, Shadowheart. Damn, I'm voting now. Oh, see? See, it's a fight now. It has become a fight. Crimson Jet is literally just trying to cause chaos, bro. Look at this. He's trying to cause chaos, bro. This is very curious. Mighty Megatron's, where is it at? Mighty Megatron says, it's a trap. It's definitely, oh no. Cyber Rider has declared war on Crimson Jet with a $50 banger to Shadowheart. And she says, now it's war. And Biot Wolf is throwing evil emojis. Zeoman says, all war is breaking out. Old Man Cad for a 2 says Shadowheart because foursome with a drow couple. That's crazy. Dragonwise for a 2, hookers and blow, titties and beer. Shadowheart doesn't count because you gotta put the name first. Dragonwise, please. Oh shit. Oh shit. Crimson Jet with a $100 Red Boy Mega Banger says Silvaria. It is a fight right now. She's not totally ahead. It is a fight because Blackguard came in with a 20. Shadowheart, she knows how to raise more than Dead Bones. And then Gearmaster with a 5 says, Shadowheart, let the battle begin. Oh, man. The entire chat is taunting Crimson Jet right now. Valerian says it's over. It's not over. What are you talking about? The battle's close. Savari only has like a $50 lead, $40 lead. What are you talking about? It's not over. This man's given up already. This is war, according to Colonel Ruv. The entire chat is challenging Crimson Jet, bro. Colonel Ruv says this ain't a good idea. Cyber Riders trying to call in reinforcements to Biot Wolf. Cyber Riders calling in reinforcements to Biot Wolf. Will Biot Wolf answer the call? Black Tailgate says, I wasn't expecting this. Neither was I, to be honest with you. Neither was I. All right. All right. Well, that is it, boys. It is now time for the final countdown. Rumble, final countdown. Because I know you guys are lagging over there. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, bro. What just happened in the ring? What just happened in the ring, bro? What just fucking happened in the ring, bro? Oh my God. The amount of chairs they got thrown into the ring. Wait. The last super chat. The last super chat that is going to count is Crimson Jet with a $300 Red Boy Mega Banger saying Silvaria. But wait, there's more. Biot Wolf with a 5 trolled Cyber Rider denied the answer to her call and said Silvaria just because I have the game. Ha 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 ha. Cyber Rider has been betrayed. And then Blackguard out of nowhere with a $150 Red Boy Mega Banger says Shadowheart. And then Louis Facina with a 20 says Shadowheart, bye-bye budget. And then Randall Hess with a 10 says Silvaria. And then out of nowhere, DJ with a $100 Red Boy Mega Banger says Silvaria. Not only does she dress like Mustache Man's minions, but she definitely goes A to M, as to mouth. And then on Rumble, we had 2 count. We had Deadeye's Lock with a 2 saying Silvaria, I need to get Valkyria Chronicles 3. Also, hashtag fuck high fructose corn syrup. Where the fuck did that come from? And then Mighty Megatron for a 2 says word up to Hypnotic. Kirsha was giving you props for backing her against that Vice dude attack. Wait, when did she do that? Was that on stream? I gotta check that out. All right, mods. What the fuck, bro? What happened? Mods, count it up. Sonya, count it up. And let's feed some ducks, boys, because you guys need to relax, man. What just happened? What just happened? I have not seen that many chairs get thrown into the ring at one time like that. I haven't. For all of the red boys out there, Crimson Jet, Blackguard, DJ, Crimson Jet again. For all of the red boys, this is for you. Shout out to all you guys again. DJ, Blackguard, Crimson Jet. Insane, bro. Absolutely insane. Yes, I know I need more Gooner material. I know. I'm working on it. I promise. Smash JT. Smash JT likes to risk his channel by just like stealing whatever he can on YouTube, it seems. I can't do that. So I'm trying to figure out ways to get AI women and make it make sense. Since apparently I can't use City Sweetie. So that sucks. And then, of course, we got Cyber Rider and Crimson Jet with the $50 bangers, which gives us a K to new. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Crimson Jet again and Cyber Rider throwing in a pink boy out of nowhere. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And then, of course, Blackguard with the $20 banger and Louis Facina with the $20 banger. You guys already know. Gonna throw you an ABM.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Mighty Megatron over on Rumble says for a 5. Oh, by the way, for all of those YouTube Melanie Mac words, they like to throw some lame jokes. Why is the ocean floor so dark? Because black people can't swim.
Holy shit.
That's fucking insane. Ula with a 2 months of legendary status says, keep gooning, dog. Shout out to you, bro. Always. Always. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Oh, wait. Feed the ducks, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But no, seriously, this battle was insane, man. I don't even know what to even say. What a way to end the Waifu Battle week. I mean, it's Friday. So since it's Friday, obviously we don't have another Waifu Battle till Sunday. But God, you guys are insane, bro. Sonia's counting it up. DJ saying at Crimson Jet, I got you, bruh. The chat worship me bigots. Bro, DJ and Crimson Jet are doing the fusion dance right now. That's dangerous, bro. All right, here we go. We got the numbers. God. Oh, man. Silvaria with $569 flat against Shadowheart with $294.19. Damn.
Holy shit.
The winner and still Waifu Battle champion is none other than Silvaria, ladies and gentlemen. God. Wow. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. And on that note, it is fair to say that a lot of people are coping and seething right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it for the Waifu Battle. Silvaria is going to go backstage, where she will begin our week on Sunday. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I saw some people asking in the chat, will I be here this Sunday? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will be streaming this Sunday, so no worries. I'm not going to miss it this time. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. All right, where are we? I think we are fully caught up. No, we got Gray the Merchant for $1 on Rumble. Throw Shadowheart and all simps to the abyss. Well, another one. Crimson chose his Queen Slayer. I can't wait to see this champ slay every waifu or die trying. I want this to happen. Gray the Merchant wants this to happen. That is wild. I think you're going to get your wish, probably. We'll see. Okay, boys, listen. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting. I greatly appreciate it. I have not edited my video all day. I've been so busy. So I'm going to spend the rest of my night editing my video and watching streams. Because that's basically it. We did beat Doom. So if you guys are part of Griffcast, hold on really quick. If you guys are part of Griffcast, I implore you to go vote on the poll that is live right now. I have a poll that is live right now for you to go check out. Vote on the game at Hypnotic Live, please. It looks like the Midnight Walk is winning by a good amount. Go vote on the next game that I'm going to review live for all of you to see. So it is there. Go check out Hypnotic Live. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. We are going to do a raid. We're going to do a raid. Let's see who's live right now. It looks like I only really see Smash live right now. We could raid Smash JT. We haven't raided him all week, I think. So we could raid Smash JT. All right, boys. Thank you guys so much for everything. Don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday Night Hypnosis. Do not miss the live stream, the panel stream. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's plenty to talk about, as there always is, for the entire week. So make sure you guys join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for Saturday Night Hypnosis. All right, boys. Thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you. Thank you to the Hypno Mods for what you do every single night. I appreciate you as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as tall as white kids. Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck baby, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns. Fucking pronouns. Fucking gender ambiguity. Fucking current day California shit. 'Cause that's all we fucking know. 'Cause we're boring. We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring loud.